There are new calls to boycott country music television from angry country music fans and some Republicans alike after the network pulled a controversial music video by singer Jason Aldean this week. We're going to play some of that video, but we want to warn you that it does contain images that might be upsetting to some viewers. Now, the song and video is receiving fierce backlash over its lyrics and for featuring a courthouse where a black teenager was lynched. Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle are weighing in.
I am shocked by what I'm seeing in this country, with people attempting to cancel this song and cancel Jason and his beliefs, and him and Brittany are outspoken about their love for law and order and for their love of this country, and I'm just grateful for them.
There's no accident that he filmed this in the site of the Murray County Courthouse where the race riot happened, and where as well as the 1927 lynching of a young man who was 18 years old, Henry Choate, occurred. This song is about normalizing racist violence, vigilantism, and white nationalism. Those lyrics, and the lyric that says, "See how far you make it down the road." I mean, this is a lynching anthem.
Joining me now is Shannon Watts, founder of Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America. Shannon, thanks for being with us. I think it's important to note that Aldean was on stage during the 2017 mass shooting at a Las Vegas music festival where 58 people were killed and more than 400 were wounded. So that being said, what was your reaction when you first heard and saw the song, when you first heard the song and saw the video? And also, you took some credit for the CMT's decision to stop playing the video. How did you have a hand in getting that video pulled?
Well, you know, I came across the lyrics online, and this song came out in May, and I was just shocked to read them because, as you mentioned, Jason Aldean was on stage when hundreds of people were shot and wounded, 60 were killed. And the fact that he would write a song, or at least sing a song that was written for him, saying that if someone tries to regulate guns, they deserve to be shot. If someone burns the flag, which is an expression of free speech, they deserve to be shot. It was shocking to read that about something a gun violence survivor was singing. And so I just tweeted about it. My tweet went viral. Many other people joined in. And ultimately, CMT decided, not from any pressure specifically from me reaching out to them, but just because they wanted to do the right thing, and they pulled the video. Because when you pair this song with the incredibly incendiary images in the video, you know, this is not an argument about censorship. This is about giving racist violence a platform. And it's also about the fact that Aldean is clearly cashing in on this right-wing fantasy of violent retribution.
And I know that you mentioned that you tweeted that. CMT still hasn't commented on why exactly it pulled the video and hasn't responded to NBC's request either. But I know when you see the video, do you think it's a mere coincidence that he's performing in front of that infamous courthouse? Is he trying to glorify in some way lynching, as many critics have said he is?
This song celebrates armed vigilantism. The video is clearly an ode to a sundown town. It conflates protests and flag burning and gun regulation with violent crime. It includes Black Lives Matter's protest imagery. You know, in a country where gun violence is the leading cause of death for young people, and it disproportionately impacts Black communities, how we talk and sing and write and show videos about guns matters. And given that Jason Aldean is a gun violence survivor, you know, shame on him for, again, cashing in on this violent fantasy of retribution.
Yeah, and you mentioned the lyrics. Some of the lyrics we want to go over here. One says, quote, "Try that in a small town," which Aldean didn't obviously write, but he recorded. And there's several descriptions of crimes being committed, as you mentioned, followed by a warning not to, quote, "try that in a small town," suggesting there will be violent consequences for those actions. Talk to me about the culture of gun extremism and the revenge rhetoric that permeates on the far right, and the cost of that, you know, sort of permissive gun laws have in southern states in particular.
Well, you know, when you combine lax gun laws like shoot first, also called stand your ground, or permitless carry or open carry, it's not surprising that we see simple misunderstandings turn into these horrific shootings of young people, many people of color. We've seen that over and over again this year, someone ringing the wrong doorbell, someone getting into the wrong car, someone playing in the wrong driveway or driving into the wrong driveway. This is because mostly men with guns shot first and asked questions later. And that is the shameful American reality that the gun lobby in this country has created. It's one that Jason Aldean is helping to promote and profiting from. It's one where paranoid community members who are heavily armed and on edge, they feel like they can shoot to kill with no warning, that they're entitled to do that. And so this is the logical outcome of lax gun laws combined with paranoid extremism.
Okay, and this will likely not be the last conversation we have about this song and video. Shannon Watts, thank you so much for joining us.